Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Form Publisher is an add-on that lets you easily collect and use data retrieved with Google Forms by populating a document and automatically sending it to any contact. In this video, we're going to show you how to include Form Publisher in your workflow with a concrete example, sending an invoice upon form submissions. First, we open the form we've prepared for this example. Then we go to the add-on menu and get add-ons. We look for Form Publisher and install the add-on. We can now begin the configuration of Form Publisher. Step 1 is about templates. Form Publisher uses a template to work. It can either be a Google Doc or a Google spreadsheet, and you can either use one you already have or let Form Publisher create a new one for you. This time, we're choosing to work with a spreadsheet. It means that Form Publisher will generate a spreadsheet from the form submitted. In step 2, we're going to prepare the templates. Form Publisher uses markers to link the answers submitted in the form to the templates. As you can see, the markers match the question fields in the form, and you just need to add this simple syntax before and after each question, just like in this example. Here, we want to add a new question to the form and make it appear in the template as well. First, we add the new question to the form. Then, we add in the template a marker matching the question. Finally, we refresh Form Publisher to check if every marker is recognized. The template is now ready. We can resume the configuration of Form Publisher. In step 3, Destination Folder and Naming Convention, we select or create the destination folder for the documents generated by Form Publisher. This way, after each form submission, every new document will be saved in one folder to ensure a smooth workflow. We can either choose a folder we've already created or let Form Publisher create a new one for us. By default, Form Publisher will use the template name, but you can always change it so you can find and sort the generated documents as you wish. By default, Form Publisher also adds an incremented number to each file generated. You can choose to disable that option by erasing the marker, but again, it's very useful to keep track of the documents. This way, you'll have a generic name for your documents, but you will be able to differentiate them thanks to their number. Then, you have the option to save the generated URL of the file in the response spreadsheet. Indeed, it can be useful to store it if you want to keep a list of all your created documents or use them with another tool. In the last step, step 4, we configure the notification rules in order to decide what the recipients will receive and what type of permission they have. By default, Form Publisher lets you send notifications to different recipients after a document is generated. You can share the documents to people so they can edit, view, or comment like you're used to with Google Documents. You can also disable that option by unticking the box. In our example, we'll be sending the invoice to the customer as a PDF file. To do so, we use a marker for the recipient's address. This way, the address becomes dynamic. Form Publisher will use the email address filled by the customer in the form to send the invoice, saving you a lot of time. Just like in step 2, you can also keep a copy of the generated PDF in the output folder. This way, all documents generated will be stored on your Google Drive. That's it. We're done with the configuration and we can now test and fill the form. In your responses sheet, you can see that all the information submitted in the form are there, as well as the URLs for the documents generated. In your output folder, you can see that a spreadsheet and a PDF have been generated. And in the mailbox, you can see that the customer received an email notification with a PDF in it. It's the template we configured and all the markers have been replaced by the right data. We just configured Form Publisher and made a beautiful template so that customers can receive the invoice after submitting an order form. You might have noticed that the text in the email notifications is quite basic, but don't worry, you can now personalize those notifications by combining Form Publisher with our other add-on, Yet Another Mail Merge. You can check the documentation about it at this address. Don't hesitate to check the homepage for this add-on, and if this video tutorial was useful to you, please vote for it and share it. Thank you for your attention.